Welcome back, everyone. Let's just jump right into it today. We are unpacking a truly mind-bending concept from the source text, the six-dimensional realm of light. We're going to break down the exact structure, the inhabitants, and the ultimate purpose of this higher spiritual plane. So get ready because we're taking some incredibly complex spatial and spiritual structures and turning them into clear, fascinating insights. We're pulling our blueprint today straight from Ryuho Okawa's The Laws of Eternity. And what's so great about this text is how it completely demystifies the afterlife. Often when we think about what happens after we pass away, the concepts are just kind of vague or shrouded in myth. But here we get a highly structured, logical explanation of the dimensional universe. It treats the spiritual world not as some hazy dreamscape, but as a definitive, concrete reality with its own set of rules, environments, and evolutionary paths. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the realm of light, the spirits who actually live there, their quest for truth, the power of their words, and finally, the path to becoming an arhat. All right, part one, the realm of light. Let's talk about what it physically feels like to enter the sixth dimension. The source text really anchors this abstract concept into a physical sensation that we can all relate to. It explains that the higher you go in these dimensional stages, the stronger the light actually becomes. It literally describes entering the sixth dimension as hitting a sea of light. Imagine driving out of a pitch-black tunnel on a blazing summer day right next to a sparkling ocean. Your eyes actually need a minute to adjust to the sheer, dazzling brightness of it all. Well, that is the exact environmental reality described for spirits arriving in this realm. Now, here's where it gets super interesting. This dimension isn't just stacked vertically. It actually spreads out horizontally, too, with some really distinct geographical environments. The text explains that the realm of light is essentially the front side, the main hub for humans who've evolved through orthodox paths. But there's also a totally fascinating hidden side. We have the Dragon Palace realm, which is deeply connected to water and oceans. And then we have the Tengu, or immortal realms, characterized by these harsh, mountainous landscapes where spirits train rigorously and display intense spiritual power. It's a vast, diverse geography up there. Moving right along to section 2, let's discover exactly who resides in this blinding sea of light. You might think this place is exclusively for ascetic monks who spent their lives meditating in a cave. But nope. According to the source, the sixth dimension is packed with everyday professionals. We're talking university professors, dedicated doctors, fair judges, and get this, even politicians and high-level bureaucrats make the cut, alongside painters and musicians. The big takeaway here is that elevating your consciousness through your specific professional expertise on Earth is a completely valid, highly populated path into the sixth dimension. So what ties a politician and a painter together up there? It all comes down to one core concept: usefulness. This source defines this as acting in a way that genuinely serves the world and advances societal progress. So a politician from the sixth dimension might guide politicians on Earth, or a departed artist sends inspiration to living artists. Think about your own daily grind for a second. According to this text, doing your job well and serving others practically is quite literally planting the seeds for higher spiritual evolution. It's the sprout that eventually grows into the profound spiritual love found in the seventh dimension. Okay, section 3, the quest for truth. Let's look at the intellectual driving force of this dimension. You can't just kick back and relax once you arrive. The absolute non-negotiable condition for existing in this realm is the rigorous, proactive pursuit of what the text calls truth knowledge. Whether you're an economist, an artist, or a scientist, you have to continuously seek to understand the deeper Buddhist truths behind your discipline. It is literally a realm of active, eternal studentship. Section 4. Let's explore the roles these knowledgeable inhabitants play as spiritual and societal guides. So here's a question for us to ponder. These spirits have the authority to command, guide, and inspire those of us down here on Earth. But where does that immense, soul-shaking power actually come from? It's certainly not political or physical power. The text uses this fantastic analogy of a compass pointing to the North Star. The direction of the Buddha, or the ultimate higher wisdom, is as fixed and reliable as that star. The leaders in the sixth dimension possess their power precisely because they are closer to this higher wisdom. They know which way is north, and they use that absolute certainty to confidently lead those below them who might be a bit lost in the dark. The really crucial takeaway here is that their power has absolutely zero to do with ego. It's entirely derived from aligning with that higher wisdom, the power of Buddha. And because of that alignment, they are able to utter what the text calls powerful words. These aren't just loud or commanding words, they are words so imbued with truth that they shake the very souls of the listeners. The source beautifully describes this as causing a rain of dharma, which manifests as genuine tears of emotion and enlightenment from anyone who hears them. Finally, Section 5, the path to Arhat. Let's see how all of this builds toward the ultimate goal of the sixth dimension. So who or what is an Arhat? Essentially, they represent the absolute pinnacle of self-mastery within this realm. These are individuals in the upper stages of the sixth dimension who have completely cleared the clouds from their minds. They've finished their grueling self-study, mastered their fields, and achieved total self-establishment. In the text's terms, they are standing right at the gateway, the absolute precipice of the next dimensional leap. It's a really clear step-by-step progression. Step 1, you become an Arhat by establishing your own intellect and usefulness. Because, let's face it, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to have that foundation. Only then, in Step 2, do you prepare for true altruism. And that culminates in Step 3, crossing the threshold into the seventh dimension. The source identifies this as the realm of the Bodhisattva, a world defined entirely by pure altruistic love and the burning desire to save others without any expectation of reward. I want to leave you with this really beautiful, provocative thought from the text. It describes every single human soul as an eternal traveler and inherently a rough diamond that only shines when we polish it through this continuous, multidimensional journey. So, looking at this incredible framework we've explored today, I invite you to reflect on this. How are you actively polishing your own rough diamond? How are you cultivating your own truth and usefulness right now in your specific profession and life to build your own path to the realm of light? Keep seeking that truth and keep learning. Thanks for joining me today.